Yo, what is up, chat? I hope y'all have had a wonderful week and are ready to have a fun weekend. Yeah, I'm not super happy to have a short weekend after a long weekend, but it's fine. It's fine. No holidays to extend this weekend for me. We're gonna play some more Poirot today. Hopefully get through chapter 2, maybe chapter 3. I don't know. We'll probably switch games halfway through, but I don't know. I haven't planned this stream out yet. So let me get that game set up. What monitor is it opening on? Okay, it did open on the one I wanted it to. Perfect. Let me kill the Bowser's Inside Story music. There we go. Let me grab that game audio for y'all. I'll let you in on a secret, chat. If Toucan decides to show up to today's stream, I'm going to try to convince him to do some more spooky maze game. Because I actually kind of enjoyed that. That was a fun stream. Cool. Chat should have the game and game audio. As always, please, please, please let me know if the game audio is unbalanced. I've tried to be better about it, but I did not pre-mix my audio for stream today, so who knows? Where we left off, we had just talked to the bitch herself, Cassandra Vandenbosch. Did we not play this game last weekend? So it's been 2 weeks since the last time we covered this, I think. This is a great game with a great art style. I love that it kind of acts as a visual novel at points, like in every conversation. It's pretty good. Substantial alcohol. Okay. Neat. Can't go to the dining room yet. I think we had talked to Margot, but I don't think we actually got all the dialogue from her. Let's talk to Zachariah, who I was calling Zendaya, I think.
Monsieur Demir, we meet again.
What did I tell you? Call me Zach. You found your room all right then?
I did, and a charming room it is.
I don't know if I would call mine charming, but if I drink enough, it will.
Man after my heart. No. Oh, sure. There's a lot of questions. Oh, so quick recap. There was a fight between the groom-to-be and the major. Oh la la, yogurt parfait. I don't know. Yeah. How do you know the family?
That's okay. At least you actually care. Not like most of the others here. I'm the groom-to-be's older, more handsome brother.
Honestly, I agree. I've met both, I forget the other dude's name, and Zendaya here. Zendaya is more handsome.
Ah, oui. I see the resemblance now. How wonderful that you can celebrate this occasion together.
I'll stop you there. The only wonderful thing about this celebration is the free food and drink.
Man after my own heart right there.
You are not pleased for your brother.
Angeline seems nice enough, but marriage is not for me. What is there to gain from tying yourself to someone for the rest of your life? Besides the money.
He's got a bulge. He's got a nice, prominent bulge.
Recently, not a great.
Hell yeah.
Well, except for enjoying myself. I was once a field medic in the military. But those days are over.
I need to turn up the game from my end, so hopefully it's loud enough for chat.
A noble occupation. Did you not want to make it your career?
It wasn't my decision to make. I certainly don't miss the battlefield, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's fine.
Oh, his brother's name is Gideon,
Him.
I think.
Always the
That sounds
knight
right.
Shining armor, riding in to save the day.
Motive. Oh, yeah, so we've been called here to investigate a series
Saving the day
of,
from home.
like,
Exactly.
ransom letters, like holding money hostage, I guess. I don't know.
Well, if Gedeon is the knight in the fairy tale, Felix is the dragon.
I'd like to be a dragon.
Felix the Major. Ha! Always there, thinking he is better. Just because he was a major. We all know how he got there. In his mind, that puts him at the top of the chain.
It seems there is some hostility between Monsieur Demir and the Major, an animosity that does not come from one evening at a party.
The major pain in the ass.
Agreed.
Why should I? It doesn't take a detective to work out the sort of man he really is. You must have seen it, right?
I have my own history with the Major, but that is a story best not told.
I think it's a story best told now. It can't be any worse than what he did.
Oh,
to
he
us
served with them in the
during
war.
You fought together in the war?
We were on opposing sides.
Oh, shit. I have stumbled upon a delicate subject. It may be best to avoid it altogether.
The subject of war is a difficult topic for everyone. Perhaps it is best to discuss something else.
If you had seen what I have, what he has done, you wouldn't side with him.
Truth.
I am taking no sides, monsieur. It is just not conversation fit for a party.
Agreed.
Gedeon said they were the majors, but I didn't think he would miss just one.
Ah, it was you that took the cigar.
Me? Okay, detective, you twisted my arm. It was me. But I didn't even get a chance to smoke it. Gedeon snatched it out of my hand. I'm sure he could afford to replace it.
And the Major saw Monsieur Gideon holding the cigar, assuming he had taken it. It was all misunderstanding, so why the following altercation?
Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
Fair. I have evidence. Oh shit, I have a lot of links that I can make. Okay, so there's apparently 2 links here that I can make. Between Zachariah believes the major disdain for him and his brother could be because of a class divide. Gideon was returning the cigar. Brothers have a history with the major. Yeah, he's looking forward to the family fortune. Why would they want to move forward with a wedding so quickly? Money?
Another
Yeah.
success.
Monsieur Gideon could be marrying into the family purely for financial gain. Yep. There we go. My cursor's back now. Can I connect these two?
I cannot see the
Nah.
logic in this.
Major wanted to calm down, potentially because of history.
This will not get me any
Nope.
closer.
Young romance. Okay. Because of the history?
What
Yeah.
a revelation.
There we go. I won't say it to his face, but I don't think it's the Major's place to cast judgment on Gideon. Major intended to warn Angeline. Yeah. Okay, cool. I got those two. Let's do another link. Oh, this has a lot of stuff. But I'll start over here with Zachariah. The brothers are not close. He's Gideon's brother. He's intoxicated. Can I literally just
The pieces of the
Yeah.
puzzle are finally coming together.
alcohol to the alcoholic? Wow. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together. I cannot even fathom drinking that much alcohol, especially in one evening. Brother, let me tell you, I've had some wild nights myself, man. Gotta talk to Zachariah about that, I guess. Cool. So, Zachariah.
Right away, detective. I have a drink. But thanks anyway.
I just would not like to see things get out of hand.
Don't you worry about me. I've got it covered.
He sounds mentally with it. Yeah, totally. Something tells me his excessive drinking is not in celebration of his brother's engagement. His recollection of war makes me think it might be something more serious.
Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
That unlocked. Yeah, he's repressing something. Yep. We're supposed to talk to Margot.
I am all yours, detective.
Yeah, so the Madame's friendship with the Major.
You are quite inquisitive, aren't you?
I believe it is called small talk.
No, bro, that's not small talk.
There is small talk, and there is prying.
Yeah, I'm on your side, Margot.
I assure you that is not my intention.
Monsieur, please. I know a nosy gossip hound when I see one. We can smell our own.
You are not a fan of his.
I'd hit him with my fan, monsieur.
Me too.
Any man that can treat a lady the way he doesn't deserve to be in his position.
Ooh, what did you do to the lady?
And what position is that, may I ask?
Lording over Cassandra like she's the help.
Cassandra.
Like she's a stray cat that's wandered into the house.
Well, isn't she? It is something I never thought I would hear. Madame was ready to physically escort me out of the house when I arrived to investigate Mademoiselle's missing bracelet, and yet she allows the Major to get away with murder. Must be a reason as to why she would be so accepting of such behavior.
It has been a pleasure conversing. I look forward to our next tete-a-tete.
Head to head. Tete-a-tete. Okay, I just unlocked this. Major did not. Yeah, Margot's protective. Could be because of the Major.
Magnifique.
Cannot tell if Margot's dislike for the Major comes from a genuine place or merely jealousy. Yeah. Well, good news. Nobody likes the Major at all, actually. Is this... Interesting. I keep on forgetting to even check these things about the characters. Yeah. We've got Silver the Hedgehog. Cool. So I have to go to talk to Archibald and Ernesto. Are they out in the ground floor hall? Maybe. Oh, Monsieur Sterling is on the phone. Almost too loud to ignore.
Van den Bosch residence, how may I help you? Yes, of course. Please hold for one moment. Sir, yes, a call for you. Shall I direct
Bear.
it straight through to you in the study now? Very good, sir.
Archie, what do you gotta say to me, bitch?
What can I do for you?
Yeah, let's talk.
Yes, he has been here for some time now. Lady Van den Bosch has been very good to let him stay so long.
Would you say he has become part of the family?
He's always been very vocal about how he stands the ladies in high regards, and so he should.
Merci. You have been most helpful.
Was that literally all I had to talk to Archibald about? Apparently it gives me a link. Okay. Major views the family as high class. Major could be because of a class divide. Yeah.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
The Major may feel that associating with the Delmich family may lower the Van den Bosch name. I wonder if this is the limit of his negativity. Well, I gotta be connecting these, right?
Things are beginning to become.
It is clear the Major does not see the Demir brothers in a good light. What does his thoughts towards them have to do with the couple's relationship? Thinks the Demirs are bad for the family. Wanted to warn Angeline about how bad they are.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Major clearly doesn't want the wedding to go ahead. Monsieur Gadion's reason for punching the Major was perhaps valid after learning of the reason he is against the wedding. Ah! Okay. Objective complete! Okay. I've got to go talk to Ernesto. Not sure what I'm talking to Ernesto about. Ernesto was up in the library? Question mark. To the library. Wonder if we'll get to unlock the third story at some point. It's Ernesto.
Is there something else you need?
Yeah.
It seems someone has been asking around about me.
Only polite curiosity, I can assure you.
Well, you would be right. Although working with the Viscount caused me much less grief.
That's fair.
Grief, monsieur.
Let's just say we didn't always see eye to eye. And if neither side is prepared to back down, there is a problem.
There is obviously more to learn about the goings-on between Monsieur de Silva and the Major. Does not sound like a positive business relationship.
Merci for your time. It has been most intriguing.
Okay. Rocky working relationship. Yep. Alright, so I have no objectives. Can I talk to either of these dudes? No, they don't have anything new for me. Maybe an event is supposed to happen now? So I guess I shall head back downstairs. I would love to go talk to the Major, like, outside, because he took a smoke break, right? Yeah, I can't go outside to the garden. Even though I want to. Okay. So there's nothing new to talk about. Can't go to the dining room yet.
Huh.
I guess I could check on Elizabeth, maybe? I don't know, man. This game's been pretty good with the objective list so far. But I quite literally do not have an objective yet. Or right now. Note. Staff rota for this evening. 4 people are assigned. Is this enough staff to proceed with tonight's events? Ah. The staff live and work in this house with the Van den Bosch family. It would not be surprising for them to know more than the family would expect, or want, for that matter. Okay, so we got Archibald, Cassandra, the Great Hall, my favorite character. Current house finances, rotation. Inspect the butler's pantry. Okay. Aha. Chat, I found stuff. Butler's pantry time. Locked. I would have thought with such a tight schedule I'd find at least one staff member here. Ah, distinguished looking gentleman, yes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go talk to Archibald, because I think that's probably where I need to go next. Or not? Well, I have talked to Cassandra now, so I guess I shall do that. Cassandra. Cassandra. Cassandra.
Let's make this quick, Detective.
Detective. Yeah, the butler's pantry is locked.
Locked? That is absurd. They should be constantly coming back and forth from there if they are hiding from their work again. What is it you want in my staff area anyway?
I only mention it as I was hoping to speak to some staff members. But if they are busy...
Be a good fellow and make sure they aren't slacking off in there. It shan't take you long.
May not have been the permission I was expecting, but I shall take it nonetheless. I shall try the pantry
Merci.
again.
An enchanting conversation. as
C'est
always.
enchanté. I thought I would have probably been able to talk to Archibald about that, but guess not. Oh, I can just go in now. Unlocked. I must have caught a staff member at the right time. Inge? What kind of a name is Inge? Look at this photograph. The photo showing 7 members of staff. House would surely run like clockwork if with so many. So they've had to let some go. That's probably true. Yeah. Okay. Staff photo. To the rotation.
Pieces of the pub.
It appears there are number of the staff missing based on the photo and rotation. Why could this be he? Yep. We killed some mimes. I hope you're happy.
Oh.
Papers that order the dismissal of the staff member for accessing rooms without permission. Curious. You have entered the forbidden areas of the house. You shall be punished. Yeah. Staff termination. Forbidden areas of the house. Ooh. Well, can I just connect it to termination and insufficient staff?
Another
Good.
success. I never doubted myself.
Chat, I'm actually doing better at making connections than last time I played this game. I hope you're happy. It appears the missing staff were in fact relieved of their duties. Could there be another reason for letting them go? Money, money, money. Linking money.
Some would say a
The
lucky
family's
guess.
got no money. Family are being more cautious with their money. Maybe the staff were let go for that reason. Why isn't my cursor showing up? This is a problem. Oh, I actually have a lot. I can talk to Archibald, Cassandra, and Inge. Chat, is the volume leveled alright, or does the game need to be boosted? Based on what I'm seeing, game might need to be boosted, but I'm asking regardless. Inge. Boost.
Bonjour,
Okay.
mademoiselle.
Let's try that now. How is that?
Oh, monsieur, you startled me.
My god, what's wrong with your face?
It was not my intention, mademoiselle. I was hoping to talk with a member of the staff.
Well, you came to the right place. She's a member of the staff, idiot.
You are the detective?
I am Detective Hercule Poirot. I only intend to take up a moment of your time.
Madame Van der Bush will be very hungry. If she knows I'm standing talking.
Well, you were standing in a locked room 5 minutes ago.
Allow me to worry about Madame.
Yeah.
Inga Frank, detective.
Her name is Inge. I'm gonna continue calling her Inge. Inge is such a pretty name, and that's what she's named. It's fitting of her face. She looks like an Inge.
From the Norse god of peace and fertility. A most beautiful
My name is Inge. Nah, your name is Inge. And you will be treated like it.
Merci. It was my grand-mère.
You've all been working very hard this evening.
Oui, detective. Madame was very clear on what was to be prepared for today.
Well, everything looks exquisite. But if I may
Chat,
be
how
blunt,
has your day
would
been?
you not benefit from some more hands?
Has it been alright?
Monsieur Archie
Mine was
knows
alright.
how
I
busy we
applied
are,
to some more
especially
jobs.
in the kitchen. I hate
Since
when I
I'm
have to
currently
wait
looking to
hours.
leave my current one. Yeah.
That is not for me to talk about, detective. If Monsieur Archie found out I had said anything out of turn.
Also, Toucan, if you're interested, after the BRB, I'd be down to do more spooky maze game if you want to.
I am not asking you to
Or
betray your fellow staff
or
or
Lethal
the
Company.
family.
Either
What is
or.
said between us remains
But
that
I am
way,
down to
mademoiselle.
clown if you are tonight. As of right now, though, I'm going to continue with detective game.
It's only whispers, but the last servant was caught in areas of the house.
Damn
where she
it.
shouldn't be.
Man, how dare you have a social life? You must be forced to watch my streams when I'm streaming.
Apparently, they saw something they shouldn't have. Please, detective, if Monsieur Archibald found out I was talking like this with a guest,
Boop.
My lips are sealed, mademoiselle. Merci, mademoiselle. I shall leave you to your work.
Man, pizza in a movie sounds great, but I've been dieting extremely heavily, and pizza does not fit into that diet. I wish it did, though. Oh my gosh. I'm such a slut for pizza. Oh man, I can do a lot. What do I got going on here that's new? Staff know that the family is hiding something. Okay. We've got Inge. There's high tensions in the kitchen. On this episode of Kitchen Nightmares, we're looking at the staff of the Vanton Bosch house. A huge number of their staff has recently been laid off, and they are stressed to the brim. Maxed out, if you will. Yeah, layoffs related to money issues. Duh. Anything else that's new? No. Yeah.
I should not be surprised by my...
It appeared for a moment at least that the family had organized their financial situation. But they've not. Yeah, they're struggling. Which is why they live in a house that's bigger than any house I will ever step foot in. So it seems like the next person I need to really talk to is Cassandra. But I'll stop and hit up Archibald on the way. Oh, chat, I finally started playing Baldur's Gate 3 again.
What can I do for you?
Solid game. It's been a minute.
What have they done? If I have to...
No, monsieur. There is not a complaint to be made. It is more the recent layoffs and extra work pressure you all seem to be under I am inquiring about.
We've had to let some of them go. Let's just say their standards didn't live up to what was expected.
So I was in the middle of the Goblin camp or whatever, where the Druid Halson is like, go and defeat the 3 leaders. You gotta do it. I'll fucking do it again. So that's where I stopped my first playthrough with Patrick Ungolo III, the one that I was streaming with. Well, now that I'm playing as Patrick Ungolo IV, who is a druid and a character I actually want to play, I've made it back to that point. So I took down 2 of the goblin leaders last night, and I'm gonna do the 3rd, probably after stream today. Not exactly what the termination papers stated.
Merci.
Yeah.
You have been most helpful.
Yeah, and then hopefully I can progress the story again. I don't know, maybe. I have a link I can make? What's new? Archibald says that it's unsatisfactory work, but that's not what we know.
What a revelation.
Oh, I found like the portal to the Underdark by accident in the goblin area. Yeah, Archibald's hiding something, but I think it's because he knows that secret. Toucan, you said you like already gone through the Underdark and done that stuff, right? Yeah, I saw how big it was. I said, fuck that, and went back to the goblins. Yeah, it seems big. I'm assuming there are side quests down there too. Actually, I do have a question for you. Is the sunken city on this Underdark map? Fight the witch? I don't know who the fuck the witch is.
Let's make this quick, detective. The public rooms.
Well, if you don't know,
are
that's
adequate
okay,
space
Toucan.
for you to celebrate my daughter's engagement.
Gotcha. Okay.
Madame, I asked only the limits, as I understand a member of the staff was let go for a similar reason.
It would benefit you not to listen to whispers and rumors.
Oh,
officer.
I mean, I've not been
They will
save
not
scumming.
produce a
I've been taking my
satisfactory
rolls
standard
as
of
they
work.
come,
There is nothing more to say.
but I've not been save scumming, but I've been saving hella lot.
It is detective, madame. And it is just that the termination papers detail the matter and proceed to...
Need I remind you again whose house you reside in?
And who called the detective?
Why would I? He is to be Angeline's new husband and my new
Yeah.
son-in-law. If he is taking that position seriously, he will do what he must to keep his new...
And to you that means
I've
paying
killed
ransom money?
like a lot of the goblins in like Seluna's sanctum or whatever
It
for a
means
house
doing
and
what he must to protect his wife and his family name. I see you have still not learned any sense of tact or subtlety
I see no reason to beat around the bush, madame.
until you are pricked by a thorn.
And until
If I'm gonna
that
be honest,
day,
I'm just
I
thinking about
shall
Baldur's
continue
Gate.
with the
I'm not
method
paying
that
attention to
best
this
serves me.
conversation.
Now, Monsieur da Silva,
Monsieur de Silva. Silver the Hedgehog.
Yes, he has provided some financial support when it has been required. I assume that was the answer you were looking for.
merci. An enchanting conversation, as always.
I still name every single save, even when I do save scum. I thought it was only Madame Van de Bosch that was so concerned with her appearance to others. Perhaps the Major was of a similar mindset, although I'm still not sure how he fits into the family dynamic. Objective complete. But I still have conversations. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go talk to Archibald again. Who do you have in your party right now? I swapped out Asterion for Will because Asterion is good, but he was not helping me at all in the tight spaces of the goblin encampment.
What can I do for you? Ah, perfect timing. I was about to ask that everyone
Guys, we
move
get to
through
go
the
eat
dining room.
food in a game.
Très bien.
Oh, chapter 2 has been completed. I got an achievement, chat.
Yes, maman. Perhaps turkey. I would
Oh my
love to
gosh,
see my
we
baby
got a
born
whole
now.
pig.
I'm sure we will decide on somewhere. Perhaps where we are both yet to have visited.
It was my crowning achievement.
I am not so sure you workers would agree.
Are you sure? I've definitely
Full
seen your
female
face
crew?
somewhere before.
Nice.
I do not believe there is another that resembles these
I forget, is that
features,
playthrough with your
or
non-binary
brains,
character,
at least.
or did you make a
I've
separate
always
female
liked
character?
The idea of sailing the West Indies.
In that heat? With your
Though I will say, Karlach
Okay, but you lived
is
in the
fucking
capital for
amazing.
Oui, mademoiselle.
Like,
I spent much of my
she is
working
easily
life
the
there.
best in terms of
Maybe sleeping
damage
off
per
half a
round.
bottle of whiskey.
Let us not be
Um,
so blasé with our opinions.
Probably with my druid following up
If you ask me.
second, and then maybe
I don't
Will.
believe anyone did.
I don't know who would be after that. I've not used Lysel at all. I probably should at some point, but yeah. I did
You're a
swap
staff
Shadowheart in
officer.
recently, but I
The
might
shootout
swap
on
her
the
back out
rooftop.
for
Your
Gale.
face was all over our front page.
I do like running
It
like
seems it is
almost
not
like a
only
full
I that
magic
possesses
party.
Great skills of deduction. You
Please, come quick. The Major has been murdered in his study.
What? No way, the
Monsieur
Major
Renard.
got murdered?
I am Detective Hercule Poirot of the Belgian Police Force. I ask that you all remain
What?
calm and in your seats. I shall begin my investigation immediately.
That came out of
Mr.
nowhere.
Stanley, please, lead the way.
Chat, a mystery is afoot. Wild. Everybody was at the dinner. So who wasn't present before the dinner? Gideon was not present. It's got to be Gideon, right? Or Angeline, or a member of the staff. A noticeable, almost sinister chill can be felt upon entering.
This is Mr. Hagen's study, Detective. Would you like me to stay?
I understand if you are not comfortable with such a scene.
Don't you worry, Detective. I've seen much worse in my years.
I got murdered once too. It was unpleasant.
I am thankful to have someone of your resilience by my side.
I just can't believe someone could have killed him in cold blood. Is that what you
Sir,
think happened?
can you speak closer into the mic, please?
I admire your faith in your fellow man, but you will be surprised what someone will do when they feel there is no other option.
Yeah, I'm
Mr. Hagen
not
does
convinced
not
about the
allow
staff,
any staff
Gideon
in the
or
study.
Angelina.
They were all present in the staff quarters, or part of the dinner service.
And everyone was accounted for?
Everyone. It is my business to know all my staff's whereabouts.
Yeah.
Phone call. Yeah, yes. It was one of his business associates.
Do you know what associate?
He didn't say. I think he was French. The accent still confuses
We
me
don't like the
sometimes.
French here.
And did the major sound...
Even
any
though we're
different
all
to you?
French.
Panicked,
And or
anxious,
Belgian.
anything out of the ordinary?
Not that I noticed. I think he was embarrassed about ending up on the floor after Master Gideon's one punch.
He's one punch man. Gideon was one punch
Your
man
help and
all
discretion
along.
in this matter are greatly appreciated.
Okay. There's a cigar. Tinderbox. An open window. I can't investigate the window. I'm probably just meant to investigate the corpse first. That actually makes sense. Corpse time. I see that note right there.
Ah,
A single stab wound. I'd expect to see a number of puncture wounds if the culprit had come here with the intention of murder. He got a black eye, a result of the confrontation with Monsieur Demille. Although only one punch was thrown, there is substantial bruising to his face. I must use all of my deductive skills and experience here. Besides the stab wound, there is little to go on from his body. New mind map unlocked. I was brought here to find the blackmailer, but discovering the truth behind the Major's death may take precedence. Yeah, makes sense. Well, found the corpse. Bruise, stab wound. Okay. The floor is damp. Icicle. Is it an icicle stabbing? Oh, I really hope it's an icicle stabbing. What would have caused such a damp patch on the floor? He took a piss. Can I investigate the open window now? Yes. The snow continues to bellow in. Why this window has been left open, I cannot fathom. It's how the killer exited. We are currently on the second floor. Letter time. A note is stuffed on the side of the seat. You do not know me, but I know you and your past very well. Years have passed, and your actions remain hidden to the world, actions that would shame even the evilest of men. The details so heinous. Hold on a second, chat. So heinous to include them would surely bring a tear to my eye. Now is the time for the truth to be revealed to all. While not man is to blame for the final outcome, it was you that brought about the final piece to the puzzle, the one that no one else would. If you wish to remain a free man, fill a brown paper parcel with 5,000 francs addressed to Monsieur Dupont, to Barbier and Sons, cobbler, before closing this coming Wednesday. While there is time to consider your next move, I would not ponder on it for too long. When the world knows of your crimes, they will surely not ponder long on your punishment. So I'm assuming he probably committed war crimes, right? Huh. I think Gideon wrote this letter. I think Gideon did it. But that's also kind of where the game is pointing me, so I'm dubious of that. Another blackmail letter, written in a similar manner to the ones addressed to Mademoiselle Angeline. Could the Tow Mater be hiding a secret of his own? Or is he in fact the author of the letters? I can't inspect this fireplace. I want to see what this note is. I can't see what that is. Bucket? Ice bucket, baby. Ought to have a bucket this size for such a minute amount of water. Wallet. It does not look as though anything is obviously missing from it. But it's off of his body, which is weird. Dent in the plaster. Surprising that it has been left visible. Surely it would have been a quick and easy fix. Safe. Bulky safe made with security in mind. It's locked tight, but a box of valuables sits on top. Okay. Can I do the coat rack? No. I think that's it for this room. Let's make connections! Okay, investigate the blackmail. We got a safe. A new blackmail letter, this time to the Major, potentially. Okay. What happened to the murder? Oh, there's a lot of new stuff here. So the dent in the plaster has been unrepaired. There's falling snow. Blah, 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 blah. Second floor window. Not only a madman would even consider entering or exiting a window of this height. Or did he get defenestrated after he stabbed the Major? Substantial amount of money, enough that a thief would not overlook it. Which I think should be related to the jewelry box because it's untouched.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
The obvious items of value have not been taken. Why would the killer not take a reward? At the safe. Wallet. Large check. From Monsieur de Silva's company to the Major for security consulting. Okay, so the valuables were not taken. Why would the killer have not? Possibly because they have to jump out the window?
Magnifique.
Yeah. If someone had gone to the lengths of scaling the wall, they surely would have taken some valuables. Which means they did not come in through there. Okay, damp floor, ice cubes.
What a revelation.
Someone has knocked over the bucket and then repositioned it. Someone besides the Major? Probably. Unless the Major knocked it over in a fit of rage. Carpet, ice bucket. The bucket was overturned. I think this is recent. Yeah.
Things are beginning to be...
There are signs that something occurred in the study between the Major and our unknown fugitive. Evidence of a fight. Yeah. I can confirm that the window was not the intruder's point of entry. Careless of me not to check the door first upon arrival. Okay. Let's inspect the door. Door shows no signs of forced entry or tampering. Could they just have knocked and been allowed to enter? Probably. Which supports my staff interpretation of this. Logical entry point. Killer simply enter through the door.
Is there
I don't know
something-
why I tried connecting those. That makes literally no sense. I mean, these are close
I
together.
must take a different approach.
I mean, it might just be evidence of a fight. Yeah.
I should not be surprised by my...
Evidence shows that a fight of sorts broke out sometime after the killer entered the room, unobstructed. The door from the bedroom to the study was how the perpetrator entered the room, but what I still do not know is, were they invited in or did they slip in unknown? Objective complete. Perfect.
Anything I can do to help, Detective?
Yeah, has anybody else entered this room?
Rehana brought him some ice for his cheek earlier.
And when was that?
When he returned from his cigar outside, he asked for something to be brought upstairs to ease the swelling of his face. He would normally smoke only in here. Lady Vandenbosch doesn't like the smell of his cigars in the public room.
That's completely fair. Madame continues to rule her home how she sees fit, and it's at her prerogative.
Your help and discretion in this matter are greatly appreciated.
Now that I know that the Major was not alone, it is now time to search the study further, in hopes of finding a clue as to who was with him. New mind map unlocked. The scene of the crime has been investigated, but it does not show a straightforward series of events. Further exploration. Yup. Ice bucket. Study. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to check the jacket. A scruffy-looking jacket is hanging upon the coat rack. The Major's scabbard is in the pocket. Here's the ashtray. A reasonably full ashtray. I would have expected him to at least clean this out. Matchbox. No matches remain. Can I finally look at the desk? Yes, thank you. A rather organized desk containing what looks like important documents. Can I not look at this? There's a note there. Oh gosh. Poker stand. A normal looking poker stand. Nothing appears out of the ordinary. Out of the ordinary, I mean. Fireplace. It's incredibly dirty. The logs are old and covered in dust. Much like mine, because my anxiety makes me not use my fireplace. You'd love to see it. Think that's everything that I can look at in the room? Let's explore the mind map. Oh god, there's a lot going on here. Major's jacket. Old Arn. Oh, there's only the scabbard. Yeah, so the missing knife. Stab wound.
Some would say a lucky guess.
The Major's knife is missing and his body lies with a stab wound. It could very well be the murder weapon. Potential. Letter opener. The point does not look sharp to tear paper, let alone puncture skin. The desk is very tidy. Cleaned by someone other than himself. Yeah, why is the poker clean?
Order and method.
Oh. Cleaning does not equal cleaning. Never mind. Moldy logs. Sharp! Ring of dust. Yeah.
The pieces of the puzzle are
I would have expected a major to keep his belongings in a much tidier fashion. Talk to Archibald. Ashtray. It's well used. Yep. Half-smoked cigar. Yeah. What else could the major have used? Could have used the fireplace. I'm gonna connect these. Nope.
act on
Not right. Okay. Yeah, what else could he have used to light the cigars?
Come, Master Grey Cells.
Bro, stop talking about your gray cells.
I must take a different approach if I...
Yeah. Bucket was overturned. Someone beside the major. Besides the major. Purple bruise. Yeah. Oh, Half Smoked says they were probably having a conversation, right?
Order and method.
Never mind.
That it...
My literal... Nope,
cannot see
yeah.
the logic in this.
I didn't think that either. Clean, overturned?
I
Maybe?
must
I don't
act
know.
on thought and...
My brain says that it's something with the fireplace. Either the pokers, or the fireplace itself.
Come, my
Nah. That don't make sense. Am I making sense? See, now I've already made that connection. Ugh, someone beside the major.
Another
Yeah.
success.
The crime scene has been tampered with. The killer clearly had enough time to cover their tracks. Yup. Crime scene was compromised.
Magnifique.
There's currently no way to rule out the poker being the murder weapon. Good English. Me. Okay. Talk to Archibald. Why doesn't anybody clean this room? Yeah, for a house that has such high standards, there is a noticeable lack of care taken in here.
As I said, Mr. Hagen did not allow the staff in here alone, besides me. He was very clear on that.
Have the staff ever given him reason to not trust them?
Nothing has ever been brought to my attention, but he was very clear no one was to be in here without his permission.
I suppose it is not unreasonable. I would have thought with his military past he would have kept it immaculate with not a speck of dust or hair out of place. But the fireplace, for instance, says otherwise.
I haven't seen it lit since he has been with us, even in the colder months. It's been in this state for some time.
Your help and discretion in this matter are greatly appreciated.
Yep. Mind Palace. New. The fireplace is unused, so why was the poker cleaned?
This will not get
Nope.
me any closer.
But it makes sense why this stuff is clean.
Is there something?
Hasn't been lit in a long time, but the matchbox is empty.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally.
He had
coming
something
together.
else. There are no items that could start a fire or light a cigar. If there's no fire source, then how did he light it? Oh, burnt carpet.
Ah,
It's quite severe. Such a shame to see such a beautifully made carpet ruined. So he probably fell with the cigar then, right? And the killer placed it back? Yeah. It appears recent. Yeah. It's from the cigar. Yeah, the Major was smoking recently. What could have lit the cigar? Evidence of smoking. There's no fire source.
what a revelation!
There remains no means to light the cigar. Someone must have lit it for him. Someone he trusted, but who? Yeah, it means that he trusted the person.
Another success.
Someone lit his cigar for him and attacked him when he least expected it. Who could have been so ruthless? The Major knew his killer. Yeah. Well, this has to be the connection point, right? Someone lit the cigar for him. Crime scene compromised?
Some would say
Oh my
not,
gosh,
yes.
I can't believe I got that.
I would say a
Wow.
moment of
They lit the Major's cigar, and following the brutal act of murder took the time to clean the scene. They were not in a hurry and could still be in the house. How could they remain so calm? Murder weapon remains a mystery. The killer must still be in the house. Yep, talk to Archibald. Baldy Pants. Archibaldy Pants. Stop talking about gray cells, dude. New mind map. I'm not expecting to have a murder case on my hands when I arrive, but this will merely be another test for the great detective Poirot. Okay. Yep. Not a simple burglary. Yep. A case of murder. The Major's corpse. Major study. Yeah. Archie, what do you got for me?
Anything I can do to help, Detective?
Yep.
As you wish.
Yeah, I was curious about the bed, so now we're going to the bedroom. It is clear the reason for entering the Major's study was not to make haste with his valuables. What I must understand is if the intent for murder was there. The study has been manipulated following the Major's death, meaning they had time to return to the scene and attempt to cover their tracks. The perpetrator entered through the bedroom. Perhaps there is something they failed to clean up behind them that can make sense of all of this. I shall review what clues the study yielded before I continue. If the killer still resides in the house, I must approach everyone with not only caution but suspicion. Suspicion. Yeah. I'm still of the opinion that it is someone who... I'm thinking it's Staff, Gideon, or Angelina. Those are my current culprits. Though it appears he did have business dealings with Silver the Hedgehog, so I think Silver could be an option as well. Another letter addressed to the Major. It appears he has someone looking out for his business concerns. With the workers' strike? Felix, I understand that there are a number of business concerns for you in the situation that has arisen within the factories, but I offer this piece of advice. Step back. Monsieur Bequez, Efforts with the union have finally opened the workers' eyes, and they seek, nay demand, the fair treatment they deserved for so long. The fuel for the fire has already been laid, and the match is ready to be struck. You do not want to be near those flames when they ignite. I know you were once a good, honorable man. I pray that is still true today. Yeah, I have to review information from the guests. Yep, makes sense. Well, I actually don't know who wrote it. We're gonna figure that out, chat.
Oh.
Plants lean and rely on each other to survive, something we as a species could take a lesson from. Cool story, bro. There's an open drawer. It seems Madame Van de Bosch's heart is a trophy worth fighting over. Oh my gosh. Major Hagen, I hope you will excuse my bluntness and plain speaking, but there is a matter regarding Madame Van de Bosch that requires not only our attention, but a level of understanding and respect between us both. I am fully aware of the help that you have offered to not only Madame, but her family and household. I am also aware that you know of the assistance that I have given to Madame and the Viscount before her. Yeah, this is from Silver. We were friends and business partners, and I felt it in my duty to continue to give aid and keep the Van den Bosch name at the standing that it has always been. Having said that, it is not always as simple to keep business and personal matters separate, and this is how I find myself today. Cassandra and I share a bond that one does not experience often in their lifetime. No doubt you have felt similar, but what may be lust to one man is love to another. While I respect you for your efforts in the war and the generosity you have shown Madame, I must request you step back from what you consider to be your duties at the house and allow for Madame to make her choice, the choice that I believe is obvious to all parties. I trust this correspondence remains for your eyes only, and a gentleman's agreement is enough to guarantee our arrangement. It's a rather bold move to challenge the Major as they have, especially with this position at the house. Yeah. That's not anything, apparently. Can I talk to the bear? The bear should have been a witness. There's another note. Oh my gosh, there's so much reading in this chapter. A rather threatening letter has been penned, addressed to Major F. Hagen. Oh god, okay. Dear Major Hagen, I did not think I would ever find myself writing a letter such as this, but under the circumstances, I see no other option. Madame Van den Bosch and I have been friends for more years than I care to say. That is why I can no longer sit back and allow your bullying to continue. I am well aware of the companionship you have offered to my good friend over the years. It has been most generous, and without it, I care not to think what would have happened to her, but that does not give you the opportunity to act in such a foul and boorish manner. The day the Viscount passed, I promised that I would protect both Cassandra and Angeline, and it is a promise I will keep. You were once a major in the British Armed Forces, but your actions have mirrored that of drunken fools who hold no place in our society, let alone Madame's house. Please do not bother yourself with a response. There is not a question that requires an answer, only a hope that you see your errors and adjust them accordingly. The author speaks of bullying, and although no specifics are noted, any form of that treatment towards a woman is not acceptable. Good. I can't look at the guns. I can't look at that. The drinks globe. I would like to have one of these in the future. I wonder how many travel expeditions have been planned while enjoying the contents of the globe. Okay. I shall make deductions using what I have. I shall use my sperm cells to make deductions. Let's see what's in here. Bedroom. Okay, yeah, we have 3 more notes. Cool. And over here. Aha, 3. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Okay. Gideon is a supporter of the unions. Brothers have a history with the Major. Hugo's positive work is mentioned. Warning about upcoming strikes. Gideon supports the unions.
Come,
Nope.
little Grey Silence.
Okay. Cassandra is bullied by the Major. The author claims to be a protective figure for Cassandra and has been for some time. Margot is that.
Beginning to pick up.
She was quick to speak of her protection over Cassandra. She must take this role very seriously. Hugo is a union leader. He wants to fight for justice.
I must take
Nope.
a different approach if I am.
Wait, him and Jackie had a discussion, which means Jackie could have written this too.
I cannot see
Nope.
the logic in this.
Never mind. Okay. Ernesto supports the family. Yeah.
This will not get me.
Well, I
any
know
further.
Ernesto loves her.
I
Yeah.
should not be surprised
This has to
by
have
my
been
own
written
skills
by
of
Ernesto.
deduction.
I knew this. There's something between Ernesto and Madame Van den Bosch. Archibald will surely know of it. Possibly written by Ernesto. Yep. Talk to Archibald. Talk to Archibald. Okay. No, Gideon. Who supports the Union besides Hugo? Gideon.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
The only other Union supporter that I know that is passionate enough to write such a letter is Monsieur Gideon. Written by Gideon, yeah. So let's talk to Archibald. Oh.
Certainly. What do you need?
Yeah.
The male guests, I believe, he knows in a business capacity. But I'm afraid that's all I know.
Don't you mean he knew?
I will.
That motherfucker's dead. You
He has not always been the easiest man to get along with.
You are talking from personal experience of working for him.
I am head butler to the Van den Bosch family in their home. He has made himself comfortable, but to me he still remained a guest.
Yeah, what about the Major's time in the army?
There's not much I couldn't tell you. As soon as he found out my father was in the army, his stories never stopped.
I am sure an officer of his rank must have many a tale.
A tale is a fitting description. Not so much a pinch of salt, more like a bag is needed listening to them.
What can you tell me about Silver the Hedgehog?
You've lost me, detective.
I struggle to believe they were both helping her out of the kindness of their hearts. Could they have been fighting for the medal?
Ah, that didn't take you long to spot.
Monsieur Sterling's lack of a great response gives me all the answer I require.
Your help and discretion in this matter are greatly appreciated.
So that's a big secret that nobody wants to address. Okay. Major is generally disliked. Cassandra has multiple admirers. Yeah.
Some would say a lucky guess.
Now I know of Ernesto's feelings towards Cassandra. He must be the one behind the letter. Yeah.
The pieces of the puzzle are.
It seems the guests were not fond of the Major. Really? No shit. Yeah, multiple guests were threatened to the Major. Which means, yeah, the killer is a guest.
What a
Wow.
revelation.
Who would have... Actually, that rules out the staff. So, yeah. It's highly possible one of the guests is behind the murder. This warrants immediate investigation. Based on the evidence seen in the Major's study and bedroom, as well as what I have learnt from speaking with the guests, Monsieur de Silva, Comtesse de Vos, and Monsieur de Mille, warrant concern and further investigation. Objective complete. Sick.
Certainly. What do you need?
Yeah.
As you wish, detective.
It seems there is no... Oh, that was all of Chapter 3. Wow. Seems there is no simple explanation for what happened here. The Major's popularity amongst the guests does not seem very high. There are still many questions that must be asked. Alright. Interrogation time. Okay.
The guests are waiting for you, detective. I informed them of what has happened, but divulged no details.
There goes my opportunity to catch one of them off guard, no matter I have more than one weapon. Weapon? Man, I'm really thinking about my BRB song for today. No matter I have more than one weapon in my armory.
I am most grateful. Madame Van den Bosch is here also?
I'd hope so.
She's in her room with Miss Angeline. It may be better to speak with them privately tomorrow.
But somebody else might get murdered in the meantime.
Oui, merci. I shall come find you again once my questioning is complete.
The guests' alibis are my priority. Once I can confirm their whereabouts this evening, I can understand who had an opportunity. Interrogation time. I have my lead suspects from all of the evidence at the scene of the crime. Perhaps those will change after speaking with them all. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here. Can I play a little ditty? Elevate the mood? Okay, so this is the woman's area. We got Gideon, Ernesto, Hugo, and Zachariah. So, Hugo, I've not talked to in a while.
Bonsoir, Monsieur Beckers. Merci for speaking with me.
Monsieur Poirot, or should it be Detective Poirot now?
Detective Poirot is perfect, merci. I would like to begin with a few questions.
Go right ahead, Detective Poirot.
Yeah, where were you prior to dinner?
I took great pleasure in seeing the Major's ego as well as his face take a bruising. And then I made my way to the library.
Yep.
Well, you spoke with Mademoiselle Conrad.
And yourself? Yes.
Yep.
We were the only two that you spoke with.
One of the servants brought me a drink and I was telling her about the benefits of joining a union. She didn't understand what it truly meant to be a part of something. Something bigger than just her. I was trying to explain to her how...
Monsieur.
Oh, yes, it was just the two of you and the servant.
Yep. I like Hugo. He seems like an okay dude. Strange that he does not seem to recall seeing Monsieur de Silva in the library.
And you are sure there was no one else present?
I'm not sure what you're getting at, Detective. You were there.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers. It has been a most enlightening conversation.
Well, De Silva didn't seem to actually interact with them very much, so... yeah. Okay, I'll speak with Zachariah. He's been drinking the whole time. I don't think he's a suspect, but...
I'm afraid our conversation is of a more
yeah.
formal...
So the Major was murdered?
It appears so.
You can't think that I did it, though.
I will be questioning everyone over the course of the evening, and your cooperation will certainly speed up that process.
Yeah, tell me about what you did before dinner.
I was here in the salon, minding my own business, enjoying my own company.
You were in the Great Hall before that.
Minding your business from whom?
Comtesse, what's her name, and my brother. Apart from wanting to congratulate him for a great right hook, there was nothing I had to say to him.
Comtesse de Vos? And they will both confirm you were here?
Probably.
If she had taken a moment to notice anything besides herself, she will tell you I was here the whole time.
I've been here the whole time.
I think that is all for now. Merci for your time.
Yep. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, there's Colonel Mustard with the pipe wrench in the kitchen. Right? That's who did it? I think so. Silver the Hedgehog.
Monsieur de Silva, merci for obliging me.
A detective comes to a party and a dead body shows up. Coincidental, don't you think?
A man's death is not a matter to joke on, monsieur.
Yes, it is. Death is funny, people.
Who said anything about a joke?
Yep.
I am saying what I see.
Then perhaps you can tell me what it was you saw this evening.
Following whatever that was in the hall, I moved to the library.
Is there anyone that can confirm that?
Miss Conrad and Beckers were in there, arguing about something.
Yep.
The books held my interest far more than their conversation.
You did not speak with them until dinner was served?
I had no reason to get involved with their little spat. It was clear they didn't want me to hear, and that suited me just fine.
Merci for your cooperation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Library heard argument. Yep. I think I want to talk to Miss Conrad. Mrs. Conrad? I don't remember.
Mademoiselle Conrad.
Yeah, so it's a miss.
I am sure
Yep.
you want.
I knew I had seen your face before. You were just an officer when that story hit the paper.
You have a très bon memory, mademoiselle. That was a long time ago.
You can't escape the past, especially when you go and do something like that.
That is very true, but one can learn from it and create a better future.
What would you say to an
Please, mademoiselle. Catching the Major's killer is my sole concern right now.
Yep.
Now, if you would be so kind, I have some questions for you.
Yeah, tell me about your evening.
I arrived, unpacked my bags in my room, and made it downstairs just in time to see the Major take a right hook from Gideon. And
That
then
is
I went to
false.
check out the library.
She arrived before we did because we investigated her room before finding ours.
And you were joined by Monsieur Beckers.
And Ernesto, or Monsieur de Silver, as you say. But after he ignored my attempt at pleasantries, I left him to his book in the corner.
And your conversation with Monsieur Beckers that I interrupted.
You are a persistent one, aren't you? Makes sense now I know who you really are. You'll just have to wait and read about it in the paper like everyone else.
Mademoiselle Conrad still remains tight-lipped about her discussion with Monsieur Bequez, but a hint at reading about it in the newspaper makes me believe it might be of a much grander nature than I expected.
You have been most helpful. I request you do not go too far. Merci.
Well, I should be able to make links now. Yeah. Okay, so Ernesto was lurking in the library.
Another
Yeah.
success.
They confirm each other's appearance in the library. Yep. Jackie was in the library. She was talking to Hugo. Yep.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Jackie and Hugo confirm each other's appearance in the library. What's the third one? Oh, he can corroborate that as well.
Is
Well,
there
never mind. That's a lie. Can I corroborate that?
I
No.
must act on thought, order, and method.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think I have to worry about him yet.
Magnifique.
There we go. Hugo failed to mention seeing Ernesto in the library. Yeah, so let's go talk to Hugo again. I like this corner. This corner of the whole conversation. Hugo. Seemed like a good dude, but you forgot to mention that Ernesto was there.
Whatever you require, detective. I know you are probably used to dealing with criminals, but not everyone is trying to hide something.
Except you missed a person, dude.
I hope for your sake that you do not hide anything from me.
What is it you think I'm hiding?
I struggle to believe you did not know of Monsieur da Silva's presence in the library.
Is that what this is about? I saw him hiding in the corner, pretending to read. Be surprised if he even could. I did not speak to him, and he certainly didn't make any attempt to speak with me.
Monsieur Demir invited you here to speak with him. You didn't see that as a fitting time too?
I was speaking with Jacqueline, and quite frankly, I was in no mood to be dealing with that man.
Monsieur Bequez is courageous and full of vigor in his planning, but his execution does not share such confidence.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers. It has been a most enlightening conversation.
Okay. Yeah, he did see Ernesto.
The pieces of the puzzle are final.
Hugo and Ernesto now confirm each other's appearance in the library.
What a revelation!
Hugo, Ernesto, and Jackie support each other's versions of events. Someone else must be responsible, surely. Yeah. They're all confirmed. So it's now up to these guys. I want to talk to Gideon. It's been a minute.
Monsieur Demir, I am sorry your celebrations have taken a rather dark turn.
As am I, Detective. I hope we will be able to bring this investigation to an end post-haste.
With your cooperation, I will do my very best.
Yeah, besides your time in the hall, where were you before we were summoned to the dining room?
I was here in the salon. I thought I would have a moment of peace to calm myself, but the Comtesse and my brother followed behind.
Did they inquire into the reasons behind the fight in the hall?
I think
I did
they
not
wanted
see
to
Gideon
enjoy
down
some
here.
light entertainment more than anything else.
The Comtesse does not strike me as one to enjoy violence.
And not so much violence, but karma for the Major, perhaps. You did not hear how he spoke to my wife-to-be. She is still rather upset about the whole thing.
If you would be so kind as to stay here, I may require your help further.
He was not in the salon, right, guys? Or actually, I guess so.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of
Well, I guess
deduction.
I didn't see him in there, but maybe everybody else did. They confirm each other's appearance. Yep. Cool. They've confirmed their alibis. Margot. You are the last
Yes.
person.
I am sorry our next conversation must be under such formal circumstances.
It is not the first time Felix has ruined a good party.
Except this time he did it by dying. Wow.
The current state of tonight's celebrations is the least of my priorities, Comtesse.
Toucan, have you had your pizza yet? You have made me hungry, but I hit my calorie limit for the day. I can't believe you've done this.
Perhaps then we should proceed with my questions and you can get back to celebrating.
It would be my pleasure, chérie.
Yeah, did you remain here in the salon until dinner was served?
I did. I thought by staying in one place, it would be easy for the staff to bring me
Gotcha.
my drinks. How wrong I was.
And who else was present in here?
The handsome groom-to-be and his brother, although Zachariah, is it, made a rather sharp exit at one stage.
Ooh.
Did he say where he was going?
He barely said 2 words to either of us. I think he was more concerned with his drink.
Another to notice Monsieur Demille's drinking, and yet no one seems concerned.
Merci, Comtesse. If I have any further questions, I shall be sure to come and find you.
Toucan, you make me want to order pizza and break my diet. I can't believe you do this.
Another success.
Yeah, they confirm each other's appearance in the salon. But Zachariah went missing.
I cannot see the
Wrong
logic
one.
in this.
It's gotta be this, right?
This will not get
No.
me any closer to my...
But I went and got Mexican food last night with work friends. I think I broke the diet yesterday. But to be fair, I barely took in any calories for the entire day before then, so. Let's see. Confirm each other's. What's the last one here? If this doesn't match with these,
Order and
match with
method.
that. Oh no, chat. Margot's in the salon, yeah. Could it be about Angeline? No, it has to be stuff with Margot, right?
Some
There it
would
is.
say a lucky
Cool.
guess. I would.
Margot claims Zechariah stepped out of the room, but Gideon does not mention it. So I think Gideon told Zechariah to go kill the Major, right? It's gotta be it.
I'm an open book, Poirot. I told you already. I was here in the salon.
But Toucan, I need a pizza to get.
And
It
you
can't be
did
a
not
pan
leave
pizza,
even once.
because I think that would break the calories too much.
Well, I had to use the bathroom. I didn't realize I had to update
No, you didn't,
every
piss
time
boy.
nature called.
You may keep your calls of nature to yourself, merci. And then you returned to the salon.
If you don't believe me, ask Archibald. He saw me on his way up to the study.
Yeah.
I think that is all for now. Merci for your time.
Yeah, talk to Archibald, yep. Well, chat, there's a non-zero chance that I might order Domino's during the BRB. Which means I might change up and grab a longer song for the BRB.
Zachariah, yes. I was on my way with a bottle of whiskey to the Major. He shouted a rather ignorable greeting to me and asked for directions to the bathroom.
I presume you showed him the way?
Aye, detective. I showed him
Where
to
is
hall
the bathroom?
I didn't think it was wise to attempt the stairs, not in that state.
Okay, so Archibald can confirm. Yeah, it's covered by Archibald. That's not it. Wild.
Is there something
Well, it's gotta be one of these. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
Archibald confirms Zechariah's movements out of the salon, however brief.
Magnifique.
Yeah, they're on the salon, at least for some time altogether. Surely someone else is to blame. Guess I'll confirm each other's alibis. It's not the outcome I was expecting or perhaps hoping for. So, I still think it could be Angeline or Staff, or Angeline acting on behalf of Gideon. New mind map. Yeah. Chat, I think I'm gonna go to a BRB and I'm gonna consult the pizza council on what I should order from Domino's during the BRB. We're gonna be listening. Oh gosh, what will we be listening to? So, chat, for the BRB, there are options. Would you like to listen to electronic music? Weird, like, blues rock? Or, like, early 90s rock? You have options. Blues rock? Okay. Let's see. I think last time I played Real's Not Real. Sure. You guys get Fishing for Fishies. Have fun. I think next time, when I come back, I shall have ordered Domino's. And stream will end whenever my delivery arrives. I think that's what's gonna happen. I'll catch you guys after the break. Alright, chat. I have ordered a thin crust pizza with mushrooms, olives, and pepperoni. I'm gonna get my Domino's pizza tracker up so I can watch it during a stream. Like the good streamer that I am, watching my pizza delivery. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that song. That was Fishing for Fishies by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. So I said I'll keep on streaming until I get my pizza. So, fun fact, chat, my Domino's sucks really badly. So I might get, so the tracker says I'm gonna get it in an hour. So I'm ordering on a Friday night, which means it can be anywhere from 30 minutes to 6 hours. Yes, I have waited 6 hours for a pizza before. It was worth it, I think. I'm still unsure. So who knows? Who knows what'll happen?
I'm an open book, Poirot.
Yeah, did you speak with the Major this evening?
Why would I? I've got nothing to say to him, except maybe to keep his hands off what is ours.
Money.
What is yours that he could want?
Money.
Money, of course.
Yep, money.
Why do you think he has been suckling at the Vanten
Ooh.
for so
Suckling
long?
teats.
He bled them
Ooh,
dry.
Zachariah.
Now they will all do the same to our money.
Our?
My father's, Gideon's, it's all the same.
Yeah, I get the sense that
When
you and your
have
brother are
been
not
on
close.
level playing fields for years, it's hard to have a fair game.
I am afraid I do not quite understand.
If we're playing golf, he has a full set of clubs and a caddy in the form of my father, and I have the old split putter. Make sense now?
Gideon is the favored son, and Zachariah is the cum slut. The slave, if you will, to the father.
Perfectly.
There is certainly some hostility towards his brother. This runs much deeper than brotherly rivalry.
I think that is all for now. Merci for your time.
Hugo.
Whatever you require, detective.
Yeah, how do you know the victim?
I know that I don't think, or didn't think, a great deal of him. I'm just sorry I didn't get the chance to tell him what I thought.
The man has recently been murdered.
Yeah?
Someone must stand up to men like him, with their crooked dealings and lack of, well, any compassion at all.
Fair.
Another rousing speech, monsieur.
It's the truth.
Oh, chat.
If you knew what I
Jeffrey
know,
has begun
maybe he
prepping my
wouldn't be dead,
Domino's
but
order.
behind bars
Ooh.
instead. Yes, Gideon invited me. If you will recall from our previous conversation, we have been working together and he thought now would be a good time to discuss matters.
I'm putting faith in Jeffrey to serve me a good pizza.
To discuss business at the celebration of his engagement.
We're all here, so what better time? He thought Da Silva might even let his guard down if he was in a more jubilant mood. It would be wise to not continue to ignore us any longer.
And what business was it that was so urgent?
We're trying to resolve the worker strikes. It has gone on long enough. Now is the time for him to listen to our demands so we can put an end to it all. Put the violence and upset behind us.
Yeah, you seem to hold a certain level of anger towards the Major.
Anger, yes, but that's all. I wouldn't kill a man.
You must see why this leads me to have...
You look like Van Gogh. I think you would only kill yourself. Cut off an ear first and then do it, though.
Not with violence.
I barely mentioned the Major, and Monsieur Beckers became rather flustered and defensive.
I am fighting for the basic rights of our workers, nothing more. If he can't see that, he is a lesser man than I already thought.
And where does Monsieur Gideon fit into the negotiations? And his brother?
His brother? I didn't even know he had a brother until I arrived here. Gideon certainly hasn't talked much about him. I get the sense there's not much love lost between them.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw the Major?
Last I saw, he was
can't speak.
outside having a cigar.
Oui, I spoke with him myself, but that was some time ago.
He does love a cigar. You'd have to stand out in those conditions. I could barely see him through the snow.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers. It has been a most enlightening conversation.
Titillating to be sure. Okay. Resents Gideon. Trying to start negotiations. Darren the Major. Claim to have calmed down. Let's go talk to Do I want to talk to Zachariah yet? Nah, I think I actually want to talk to Gideon.
No trouble at all. How can I help?
Yeah, with the joining of your families and the Major being around, I'm assuming you knew him well.
I knew of him more than actually knowing him myself. In the past, he made his feelings towards my brother and I quite clear.
And that was not in a positive way.
Nope.
I certainly wouldn't call trying to get Angeline to postpone the engagement positive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to ask about your union work.
I have lent my voice to some discussions. I have tried to facilitate meetings. Just positive support.
Sending positive vibes your way and hoping that the strike ends.
Does that positive support include sending letters to those on the opposing side?
Detective Poirot, I'm not sure what you think I have done.
Monsieur, a letter has been found threatening the Major of what might happen if he does not act promptly, and now he has wound up dead.
Yep.
You think my sending him a letter warning him not to get involved means I murdered him?
Yes, you did it, man!
At this time, it is certainly reason for me to be suspicious.
I have been funding the strikes, Detective. These men deserve fair treatment and a wage that fits the hard work they undertake every single day.
Which is why you get a shit ton of money for doing nothing every day.
The Major didn't see that. All he cared about was the money for his services, and that is all I care to discuss.
It appears Messier's letter was at least written with noble intentions, but he is still hesitant to talk more on the Major's association.
What do you mean?
I do not mean to pry, only I imagine the whole room was aware of his celebrating with a bottle.
You must be mistaken. Neither my brother nor I drink.
What? You oblivious bent. I do not know how he could not have noticed the state his brother was in. Perhaps one does not see what one does not want to believe.
We aren't the closest, but what brothers are?
I don't know, guys. I'm pretty close with my brother. We got a 7-year age gap, but we talk a decent amount.
I would argue that many are.
Yeah, Poirot.
We've lived very different lives. Our priorities are different. He does not see things the way I do. There isn't much more to say.
There's clearly more to uncover here. I shall return to this matter when I have the fuel that is required to get the answers.
If you would be so kind as to stay here, I may require your help further.
Yeah. Yeah, he confessed that he wrote the letter. The letter? The letter. Denies drinking. Yeah. Now I have more to talk to Zach about. So let's go talk to Zachariah.
I'm an open book, Poirot.
Yeah, it seems everybody has an opinion on your brother.
That doesn't
And you.
surprise me, and yet no one actually asks.
I am asking now.
I should have expected that. shouldn't I? What is there to say? We used to be
What
close,
is a
but
man?
Not so much anymore.
Throws wine glass on the floor.
I would find it very helpful if you could at least elaborate on your relationship.
He went to school, got an education, and was the apple of our father's eye. I went to war.
Yep.
See the difference?
I had already picked
now?
up on that, good sir. Monsieur has again mentioned his time in the war. While I do not mean to belittle his efforts for his country, it seems as though he has not been able to leave that life behind on the battlefield.
If you want to know about Gideon's part in the Union, why don't you ask him?
So, you are aware of his support for them?
Yes, well, he...
Defensive.
Oui, monsieur?
It'd be best to just ask him.
Monsieur either does not know much of what his brother does, or is protecting him rather coyly. Yeah.
I think that is all for now.
I think it's the
Merci
latter.
for your time.
Okay. Zachariah is defensive of Gideon. Which is interesting because he resents him.
Magnifique.
He claims not to be close to his brother, but still seeks to withhold information about him. Probably because of whatever he has to say, probably would hurt the family name, maybe? I don't know. Let's go back to Gideon.
No trouble at all. How can I help?
Yeah, I'd like to talk more about your brother.
I believe there are more important matters at hand than talking about my brother and I's relationship, or lack thereof.
I don't know, there's more than what meets the eye, I think, good sir.
The murderer is in his house, and by holding back information that may help my investigation, you only make me suspicious of your involvement.
Truth. Preach.
Monsieur Demir, if you continue to withhold information, I can only assume you are hiding something, and must treat you as a prime suspect in the Major's murder.
Yup.
I have nothing to hide. If you must know, we have not been on the best terms for years now. As I said, we are different people. He does not see the importance of planning for the future, and as much as my parents tried, we could not make him see that. I suppose that is why he sees me as...
Aha, he admits it.
He still believes that now.
I assume so. We barely talk anymore. I was hoping we would be able to sit down and talk and leave the past behind. But this evening has not panned out that way.
Alright.
If you would be so kind as to stay here.
But he
I
did
may
not
require your
elaborate
help further.
on the issues with their involvement with the Union. Interesting. Okay. Feels detached from Zachariah. And they resent each other.
Some
Yeah.
would say a lucky get.
The brothers are suspicious, individually, but I cannot see them working together. Yep. They are unlikely to cooperate. Yeah. Well, but they are cooperating about something, right? They're both protecting a secret. Something that matters to both of them. Yeah. I like talking to Margot. What do you got?
I am all yours, detective.
You ever speak to the Major about how he treated Madame Vandenbosch?
Why would I actively choose to speak to that wretched man?
But you might have written a letter to him instead.
You were quite adamant of your protection of Madame. If he was as awful as you portrayed him to be, there must have been some words spoken, or perhaps written?
Aha! Aye, there's the rub.
He was quite aware of how I felt towards him, and the lengths he has gone to remain close to the family. That is all that needs to be said.
I must admit, I would not want to be on the receiving end of your tongue's wrath, Countess.
Wise thinking, detective.
Yeah, I'm sure you've noticed her absence.
I imagine she would have shed a tear for him, but she should not waste any more.
You don't think she would? Or you don't want her to?
Yeah, she doesn't want her to.
I have made it quite clear what I think of that man, alive or dead. I would not want her to waste anything further on him.
I don't know who has the sharper tongue, Madame Vandenbosch or the Comtesse. It is certainly a close race for first place. Hey, that rhymes!
He was a disgusting leech that was driven only by money and power, like most men.
I can assure you not all men are concerned with such egotistical wealth.
That may be, but they are few and far between. I believe you are a special case, Detective Poirot.
Ooh, are they gonna flirt? Are they gonna have sex by the end of this?
It is not the first time I have been described in such a way.
Embrace the compliment, Detective. You have set yourself apart from the horrid crétins that seem to somehow make their way into positions of authority and power.
And that is what the Major was doing? Using Madame Vandenbosch as his ladder to the
Yeah,
top?
it makes sense to me.
You are finally seeing the man he was. A weak and self-indulgent social climber.
Yup. The Comtesse has certainly opened my eyes to the Major's true ambitions with the Vandenbosch family. I wonder if Madame herself is aware of his greed and hunger for social recognition.
Merci, Comtesse. If I have any further questions, I shall be sure to come and find you.
Okay. She's between Major and Cassandra. Major leached onto Cassandra. Dr. Jackie. Now I'm gonna go talk to Silver.
More questions? I suppose so.
Can you tell me more about your relationship with the deceased?
Felix, I didn't know him that well. We spoke a handful of times. I met him through Cassandra. I thought him to be rather pompous.
Yep, and you were right.
But you remained polite, as any gentleman would.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
Negative opinion of the Major is rather ubiquitous. I'm yet to meet someone with a particularly positive view of him.
What is there to say? She's a remarkable woman, and I admire her.
No, you love her.
Even after Edwin's death, she held herself with such poise.
Yep.
It sounds as though you hold her in the highest regard.
Love, love, love.
And why shouldn't I? Women these days could take a leaf out of her book on how to present themselves.
You've talked with the Major a few times. What did you talk with him about?
He had
Business.
approached me about
Yep.
doing some business together.
Doing business stuff at the
I'd
business
like to know
factory.
who I'm
I did
getting
a
into
business
bed with
today.
first.
And you both went ahead with your business venture.
Not so much a business venture, more security related. But there's no need to discuss that any further.
Is there something you wish to remain hidden about your partnership, monsieur?
It was far from a partnership. I hired him to run security at my factories. If the workers
Ooh,
were
he's
going
gonna
to
stick
get
the Pinkertons on them.
I wanted
Guys,
to
my
make sure
pizza
I
made
was
it to the
ready
oven.
protect my property.
It might get delivered at some point, but it's at least getting baked. Yeah, both you and the Major have been supportive of the Madame.
That is correct.
And the reason for your support was always of a purely platonic nature.
No, it wasn't.
If you're trying to insinuate that I was expecting something in return, you can remove your head from the gutter.
But he's right.
I meant no offense. I'm only trying to understand the dynamic of your relationship.
I may need to approach this in a different manner. Perhaps I should speak with the Comtesse on this.
Merci for your cooperation.
Okay. Okay, he denies loving Cassandra. Yep. Pizza hype. Yeah. My Domino's tracker, it might be accurate. It has been inaccurate in the past, but I'm hoping that it is accurate. Let's go talk to Jackie.
You came to the right place. What do you need?
Yeah, what did you know of the victim?
I know that he was not the good and honest man he liked to think he was.
In what sense?
If you spoke to him for longer than 5 minutes, you'd know. I've met people in dark alleys I trust before him.
Fair.
And on the occasions when you did speak with him, what was discussed?
Toucan,
I'm
what kind of
sorry,
pizza are
Poirot.
you guys getting
If
tonight?
you're looking for a deep-seated secret between me and him, you're going to be disappointed.
Mademoiselle Conrad is wise to the nature of this question. She knows exactly what and what not to say. This nut may be harder to crack than first expected. Oh, I'll crack a nut later on, guys. Yeah, as you were previously speaking with him, I assume you know Monsieur Bequez as well?
That man has got some real anger issues. I get why he's frustrated. He's trying his best for the workers, but holding on to rage like that, something's gonna burst.
Oh, that's not what you suggested to me, but it's pretty similar. I think what you suggested to me a while back was swapping mushrooms for olives, right? That was a decent combo. I'm a sucker for mushrooms. I love mushrooms. My pizza has entered quality check. A man suppressing his anger and a murdered body. Yeah. What can you tell me about Monsieur de Silva and Madame Van den Bosch?
If you think you can use me as some sort of gossip machine, you are sorely mistaken.
Ooh, look at that steak face!
I can assure you it is not a case of gossiping. At this point, everything may be relevant to my investigation.
So I would be helping you potentially solve a crime? You should have said that off the bat. To say he's smitten is an understatement. I reckon he's been wanting her for years.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Madame does not feel the same?
Nope.
Doesn't look like it. If she did, she would have said something about it, right?
Yeah, what's your thoughts on the Countess?
I don't know if you really would. She's got a mouth the size of Texas, except when it comes to truths about her. She wants everyone to think that she's the savior of these girls at the shelter. But there's a side to her I don't think anyone gets to see.
Yep.
And what side is that?
One that she is keeping tucked away under her very expensive dress.
Oh my gosh, people are sending me messages. I can only see the work at a women's shelter as a positive. Even if the reason to start came from a selfish place, the work they do cannot be scoffed at.
You have been most helpful. I request you do not go too far. Merci.
Alright. So we should have some connections to make here. With her new info. Jackie does not trust the Major. Yep. Margot is hiding something. Yeah. Hugo's frustrated. Yeah. Even though he claims he's calmed down, he is still frustrated.
What a revelation.
Boiling under the surface. Hugo claims to have calmed down since his argument with the Major, but Jackie disputed this. Yeah, he lied about his temper. Cassandra's friendship. Yeah. Now it's time for Margot.
I am all yours, detective.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna push, baby.
Countess, you gave me the impression the Major and the Madame were close. But there were times where he acted rather aggressively to her, n'est-ce pas?
Uh-huh.
I am sorry, detective, but I did not mean to give you such an impression.
I've already built a rapport with the Countess. Some may even say in a flirtatious manner. Perhaps if I continue to charm her, she will reveal the information I require. Yeah. A fine woman of your stature would not purposely lead a young man astray.
Ever the charmer, detective. I would talk more on it, but I'm afraid Cassandra would think
I wish there were more of these, like,
about her
dialogue
behind her
checks.
back.
The Countess has something more to say, but she still holds back. Something tells me it's more to do with receiving attention. Perhaps I can use that to my advantage. Yeah, you obviously care a lot about her.
It is not often I am swayed so easily. I applaud you on your willingness and persistence. From day one, I was wary of his intentions.
Oh, sick. That was good.
And it was not long before he showed his true colors. If it is a tear she sheds, it should be one of joy that he is out of her life.
Mm-hmm.
I understand your feelings towards the Major, but perhaps there was...
He was a bully. He took his shortcomings out on her, and she sat there and accepted.
You're the second person who has used the word bully.
I never thought I would see the day.
Chat, maybe I should buy the game Bully and we stream that. That would be a fun stream series, I think.
Perhaps now she will be able to see the man he truly was. Karma will always catch up to you.
Yeah, what of Madame Van de Bosch and Monsieur de Silva's relationship?
What of it?
Do you believe there was something more to their friendship?
Oh, I know the controls are whack.
As I have
That's part of
said,
the beautiful
detective,
nature of
I
it.
am not one to gossip.
I know I've watched
People
Brutal Moose
consider
play it
your name and that
briefly,
world in the same
but I
sentence.
mean, it looks like it's a fun concept for a game. I kind of want to play it at some point.
Because it is not gossip when it's the truth.
Oh shit, Angela is delivering my pizza as we speak, chat. We have to try and finish up this interrogation before I get pizza. Oh no.
What?
So I think we just have to make a bunch of links now. Right? Only one? Okay. Was more than a friend to Ernesto. Yeah. Perhaps Ernesto has hidden his secret love well. We can use this to advantage. Yes, I gotta talk to Ernesto. That's Gideon. Ernesto.
More questions, I suppose.
Well, I'm gonna tab out of the game real quick.
Madam,
Okay.
But
Yeah.
What has this got to do with the Major's death? Does Cassandra know you have spoken to others about this? I have only tried to help her.
I'm only merely asking the question. Yeah, I'm gonna push on this.
There may be some feelings there, but Madame Vandenbosch does not know of them, and I trust that it will remain that way.
Mm-hmm.
Merci for your cooperation.
Yeah, I had my own opinion of the Major, one that is wiser kept to myself, but I did not expect so many like-minded thinkers. I should think further on what I have heard in my quarters. Yeah, talk to Archibald. Okay. I think this should end the chapter, right? Makes sense to me.
My time with the guests is complete, for tonight, at least.
Based on the route my driver has taken, they have some deliveries before me, so we've got a little bit of time.
Do you know who killed Major Hagen?
Not
I am
yet.
afraid it is not as simple as that. There are many steps that lead to the truth. I must think on everything I have heard this evening and dissect the truths from the lies. Merci for your assistance this evening. Au revoir.
I came here expecting to solve a case of blackmail, to relieve a family of burden that has weighed upon them and overshadowed a joyous celebration. I've never been to an engagement celebration where a death has taken center stage before. Although the guests' alibis confirm each other's, I still cannot rule out the possibility of one of them being involved in the death. The relationships between some of the guests and the Major were more than rocky. Dislike towards him was plentiful, but enough to drive someone to murder? This is now the perfect opportunity to think about everything I've heard today. Of all the information I need, I must now compile it together and find the most probable culprit. Chat, I have 4 minutes. I'm watching my delivery driver as we speak. Okay. Fronting money for the house. Involved in the worker strikes. Okay, so there are 5 things I can do here. Yeah, merely was advice to the Major. That's what she was hiding. The letter she sent protecting Cassandra was threatening indeed, and Jackie seems unable to determine her secret. Protection. Jackie wants information from Hugo, and Hugo has dirt on the Major.
Another success.
When I first overheard their conversation, it seemed like Hugo was trying to get Jackie to listen. She's fishing for dirt. Okay, Gideon wrote the letter. Hesitant to mention past. Zachariah resents Gideon. Expressed distaste for Margot. Still 3 more connections I can make here.
Come,
Nope.
my little grey cells.
Margot or his brother. Still seeks to withhold information about him.
I must take a different approach if
And
order and method.
Ernesto cares for Cassandra.
I should not be surprised by my
Blinded by both love and greed, he may have struck down his opposition. Motive jealousy. Okay, so threat to the Major.
another success.
His history with the Major combined with threats to his well-being definitely show intent. Okay, final one.
Magnifique.
All the guests have at least one other guest to confirm alibis. All alibis confirmed. There's a knocking.
Entrez.
Detective,
Oh,
I'm
it's
sorry I
Angelina.
did not join you in the salon as requested.
I
Please,
can't
mademoiselle.
pause.
There
My
is no
delivery
need to
driver's almost
apologize.
here, chat. Oh no.
I was with Maman in her room. she would not allow anyone to see it, but
Most.
do you?
I can't quit the game chat. I can't quit the game chat. Oh no. Hopefully there's no information from here.
I'm.
Don't worry, chat. I'm sure somebody in chat has paused. Okay, I can quit the game. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, chat. I'm gonna go eat some pizza. You have a great weekend. I will be back tomorrow night with something. I might try convincing Toucan to play more Spooky Labyrinth game. I shall probably continue Poirot as well. Or Earthbound, depends. I don't know. But I shall see you guys then. Until then, have a wonderful weekend, chat. Goodbye.